it's very full throttle. There's a lot of banking, a lot of grip. You don't really have to lift much until the tires wear out, and even when they do, you still don't need to lift very much. So uh, this will be like watching a Daytona or Talladega race where we probably won't know what's going to happen until the very end.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot. Well, we got 105 laps to figure it all out. But these guys are now lining up down on pit road. Let's go ahead and take a look here at our starting lineup for tonight's event here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So starting on the pole, is going to be Blair Holloman in that number 32 machine, followed by Brandon Sanfilippo to his outside. Sean Dunaway in that Hello Kitty machine is going to be on the inside of road number 2, and his outside is going to be the fast Stephen Luttrell. Kyle Hess in that number 86 machine is going to be joined by that number 18 of Patrick Millett on the outside. Row number 4, we got Aaron Roth and Steve Sizemore. Row number 5, Jonathan Stidham and Frank Chavez to his outside. Row number 6, we got Kirby Wainscott and Troy Thomas. Row 7, Barry Nelson in that number 28 will be joined by Jordan Sailors in his number 39 machine. Row number 8, we got Philip Archibald in that number 99 machine and Truth Hope to his outside. So Philip is who we're going to be watching here. Timothy Eisburn and Alex Teft will make up row number 9. Row number 10, we've got Cliff Adams and Alan Wild. Row number 11, Mike Fudge and Mikey Allen in that number 67 machine. Row number 12, we got Chris Gotzel and Andrew Teft. Once again, making a ghost appearance here tonight. And rounding out your field is going to be Kesley Smith in that number 15 Coca-Cola machine. Right there, back in that 24th spot. So, a lot of really good drivers got to come from the back to make some sort of dive bomb here into the playoffs tonight, including Kensley Smith, who's currently right there on the bubble of the playoffs. So, it's going to be very interesting to see what Kensley Smith in that number 15 could do from that 24th starting spot.
We're getting going fast here. It's been a long break over the holidays, but glad to be back.
Yeah, it's definitely been a very long break for sure, but we are glad to be back right here on Racers Elite Network here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and Blair Holloman and Brandon Sanfilippo will bring the field out of turn number 4. Pace truck is off, and we are getting ready to go green flag racing right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And the green flag is out. Blair Holloman, Brandon Sanfilippo will drag race down the front straightaway with everybody else in tow here for 105 laps at Las Vegas. And currently everybody's still side by side, neither lane really getting an advantage. And this is where that draft that we are talking about will come into play, as you know, we're expecting to see a lot of side-by-side racing here today, as they will dive back down here into turn number 3 for the very first time. We got one truck way down low. That's going to be Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine, but he's going to rejoin back here on track. And Blair Holloman, he will take over that race lead on lap number 1.
Barry did a really great job of keeping it down and out of trouble there.
Yeah, this track is one of those harder tracks to keep control of your truck, or any vehicle for that matter, once you hit the apron here, because it's such a high-speed track. You know, that apron can eat you alive if you're not careful, and Barry Nelson absolutely did a fantastic job for sure. As we see Sanfilippo, he's trying now to make a move around the outside once again here on Holloman to take over that race lead. And he will have help from Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine down the back straightaway. So Sanfilippo, he will take over the top spot heading down into 3. And out of turn number 4, he will lead the 3rd lap. Looking to go 3 wide a little bit back here, right around that 6th spot of Frank Chavez, Kyle Hess, and Jordan Sailors. Looks like they were looking to go 3 wide there for a hot second down the front straightaway, but they're going to go ahead and double themselves out. And Sean Dunaway, he's looking on the inside of Luttrell now. He's looking to overtake for that 3rd spot. Really great side-by-side racing early on here. As we see Sizemore trying to get onto the inside of Luttrell. And he's not really helping anybody there by running that middle lane, except it's opening up the door for Patrick Millett and that number 18 to run side-by-side now there for that 5th spot. And now we are running side-by-side for 3rd and 5th now. It's just absolutely phenomenal how much of a run that outside lane really does get, especially with this new draft package. You know, that outside lane just might be the lane you want to be running in here later on in the race for sure.
Yeah, I haven't been here, and we haven't been here since that update. So I know with the plate tracks, since that update, it's been really hard to sort of get away from each other. The side draft kind of just glues you together almost. It's already pretty difficult to get away from each other here, so this should be pretty fun. Just wrapping up lap 7 here, and these guys can do about 32 laps on fuel, so we should see a 3-stop race today.
Yeah, talking about, you know, the track and everything. What is our track temperatures looking like, and how much will that affect our race cars here today? Let's take a look here. 70. Yeah, that's 78 degrees with a track temperature of 83 degrees. So that's a hot, slick track out there. So these guys are going to want to be careful, you know, when they start losing more tire tread on these tires of these trucks. So that's something that they're going to want to be watching out for as this stint goes on.
I'm curious to see if these guys are able to remain full throttle most of the run. Didn't do a long run in practice. I was able to do a few laps just to kind of get a feel for things, but I know the laps that I ran by myself were
definitely going to be very interesting to see, especially with this draft, you know, that is in effect. I mean, I would imagine that they're carrying a little bit extra speed where they will probably have to lift a little bit. But I mean, for the most part, it's like they lift and then they're right back into the gas just, you know, a couple seconds later.
also had a couple developments with our chase situation because Curtis Ecker is not here tonight either. So Curtis was the first person out, and with Jesse not being here either, he was going to be the first person in, but neither of them are here. So looks like Alan is the beneficiary in the 33, Alan Wild. It's his lucky day right now, and he's racing. See John Stidham in the 42 if he's here tonight for that final chase spot.
Yep. John Stidham. Yep, John Stidham in that number 42 machine. He's right behind Jordan Sailors in the 8th spot at the moment for Rundown Racing. You know, when I first heard about Rundown Racing, you know, I was like, that's a really funny concept. I'm sorry, Run Over Racing. Because It seems like a couple of their drivers are always getting ran over. So, so when they resorted to run over racing, I thought it was a really good laugh. But as of right now, Jonathan Stidham's doing pretty good up there in that eighth spot.
It just makes me think of Christmas music. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Reindeer, absolutely. Stidham got ran over by Chavez. As you see them now entering up here into turn number 1. A couple of trucks there bouncing off that outside wall, which opened up the door for Stidham to really get a really good run here out of turn number 2. He will pass Sailors for that 7th spot. And he was looking to go on Dunaway as well. But Dunaway just had that better momentum there on the exit of turn number 2 by running that outside lane. As we continue to watch Sailors now making that run back to the outside. But here comes Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 as well. Wainscott, we haven't really talked about in that number 10 Racers Elite machine either. He's slowly been making his way up towards the front here.
Yeah, Kirby's a regular chase contender in this league. He missed a couple races just because of the holidays this year, so he could really use a win tonight to get himself back in. Doing a good job of putting himself in position, but I better close my mouth because that was pretty close.
Yeah, and just heard that Jonathan Stidham apologized to Wainscott. He said he had to lift or else he would have gotten into the outside wall. So everything's good on that end. No harm, no foul for both of those drivers. But here comes that 55 of Truth Oak. He's looking to overtake those two for the 8th spot.
Kirby is also a really strong plate racer, I guess you could say. And this is very, very much like a plate race tonight, like we were saying. So I expect him to do well tonight. He's going to have a shot.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just a matter of time, for Kirby before he's actually up in the front. He's kind of very similar for me with like Sean Dunaway. He'll be just hanging out there in that 5th spot, Sean, at the moment. But when it comes down to it, about lap 100, you can guarantee he's up there fighting for the top 2. So, Wainscott, he's just like Wainscott is just like Dunaway in that aspect. He slowly makes his way to the front unnoticed, and then next thing you know, he's up there. So definitely got to keep an eye on that number 10.
I am a little surprised to see the top coming off, as we got one in the wall right there in the backstretch.
One car hard into the outside wall there. Not exactly sure who that was.
So all these cars are red or trucks, so I'm not sure which one hit the wall now. I thought it was the 80, but it's back on the wall again a little bit.
Yeah. We believe that was Troy Thomas who just pounded the outside wall on the exit of turn number 2 there. He's now sitting back in that 18th spot. And that was a really hard hit there for Thomas.
I don't see a bunch of damage or anything, but I can definitely upset your handling. So I see Kirby on pit road.
Yeah, working lap number 20, Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine. He's come down pit road.
Yeah, I kind of like this idea of doing something different. You might stand a chance of going a lap down if yellow were to come out, but if it doesn't, it'll certainly gain him a few spots, as long as he has a clean pit cycle here.
Yeah. How was, I know you ran laps earlier, how did the tires feel later in the run? Probably like right about lap 25.
I actually didn't get that far into the run. I know you're, feel like I'm repeating myself, but you're able to go full throttle for a while. I typically run the bottom line here right on the paint, and after a while you're forced to lift a little bit. I typically lift a little bit the whole run anyway, just to save tire. But this is one of those places where you can go full throttle, but sometimes if you don't, you can find some speed later in the run, help yourself out.
Yeah, for sure. As we see, Troy Thomas in that number 88 machine, he's coming down pit road to get service on his machine. And I just wanted to make note, Kensley Smith, he is actually 6 laps down at the moment. I'm not sure what happened with Kensley there.
Looks like he had a packet loss issue a little while back, so must have lost connection temporarily.
Yeah, that will do it. As you see Holloman actually getting into that outside lane, or into the outside wall there, and that's going to open up the door for Steven Luttrell and San Filippo to try to make a run here on the back straightaway. And Steven Luttrell's riding that inside lane where he's very comfortable. And there goes Blair Holloman right there on the outside, heading down the front straightaway now. Sean Dunaway, Patrick Millett, Steve Sizemore, everybody's still all right there with them. And the top, what, 10 is still all right there in one big old jumble mumbled mess. Maybe more. Hess is 12th. Yeah, so a lot of cars still right up here duking it out here for the race lead. So, you know, this new package is definitely holding everybody together.
And it's for a cutoff race. Everybody's got a shot at it.
Yeah, definitely. While we're under this really good green flag run here, I just want to jump over here to chat real quick. Ashton Moy, hello, how you doing? Little Toasted Cupcake, hello, welcome in. As always, go 6757. William Luttrell, Stephen Luttrell's dad, hello, buddy, how you doing? And Robert Yost saying, let's go, Blair, get ones for Zuros Racing. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day here today as we continue to watch that 0-1 machine try to get around Brandon Sanfilippo for that second spot. Or, I'm sorry, for that third spot there.
We're going to start to see these guys peel off on pit road also. If you split these runs even, it's about 26, 27 laps per run. But they could go as far as about 32 or so, so might see a variety of strategies. We already saw Kirby on pit road around lap 20, so he's been out there on fresh tires for about 6 or 7 laps now.
Yep. Yeah, these guys, you know, I feel like these guys are just taking it easy at the moment, knowing that, you know, pit stops are coming, so I don't see anybody really trying to fight hard to get positions. Except we do see like Jordan Sailors down on the inside, you know, he's trying to move up. But everybody else, it seems like they're just all really chilling and, you know, waiting for those pit stops.
Oh, we got a car in the wall, turn 1. I don't know who that was.
Caution.
Off.
You're good.
Very abrupt right rear there.
Out. And we do have one facing backwards.
Jordan
That's going to be the 39 machine of Jordan Sailors. Definitely unfortunate there for that number 39.
Yeah, so this was kind of worst case scenario for Kirby. Looks like he's probably going to get the lucky dog here, but the caution did come out while he was a lap down, so it's going to get him stuck.
Yeah, that's definitely something that we're going to want to watch. So let's go ahead and go back. Let's take a look and see if we can see what happened to Jordan Sailors in that number 39 Zuyos Chevrolet. Just really good racing side by side here down. The 99 got up into the wall, and that just spun the 39 around. And so unfortunately, when you get on the wall and bring somebody down with you, that's going to end up being a EOL for that number 99 machine.
Yeah, it's so easy to do that. It seems like a silly mistake, but you're barreling full speed down the straightaway and just trying to get a nice big arc, and that wall just sneaks up on you really fast. And sometimes there's some marbles up there too, but I've already seen a few guys make that mistake tonight, and unfortunately, Jordan was in the wrong spot right there.
Right, for sure. And I am watching Irby, and I believe he did get the lucky dog, I think.
I see Barry also a lap down now, so I'm not sure which one. Sometimes if you're on pit road, which he might have been, it won't give it to you. So we'll have to see who passes the pace car here. See, Philip must have some extensive repairs here. He's sitting in his pit box.
And we had some a little activity down on pit road between Jordan Sailors and I believe it was that 67 of Mikey Allen. So that number 39 of Jordan Sailors, he's got even more damage to his truck as the left front is all torn up at the moment.
Luckily, Jordan's got to win this season, so he's good and safe for the chase. But it still stinks for him.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it looks like on my end that fender finally fell off for that number 39 machine. And we're going to get ready to stack these guys up here, and we're going to go back green flag racing here in just a moment.
We'll show everybody back on the lead lap except for Kensley, because he had that internet problem. I believe Kirby did get the lucky dog. I saw him on pit road grabbing some tires, and looks like the other two took a wave around to get back around. Barry and Troy were also a lap down. But everybody's back in contention.
Yeah, for those who, that just came down right before that caution, they able to come down, get those fresh tires, and then get the wave around, after everybody else came down pit road. So it's kind of a win-win there. But the pacer truck is off, and it's all in the hands of Steven Luttrell and Blair Holloman now as they get into the restart zone, and we are back green flag racing right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Luttrell out to a really good start there as he will pull away from Blair Holloman just a little bit, and Holloman, he's going to jump down in front of Sean Dunaway in that number 01 machine. He's going to hold on to that second spot as Dunaway and San Filippo, they will drag race down the back straightaway for that third spot.
Steven Luttrell missed one too many races to be eligible for the chase, but he's had a really great season.
Yeah.
The races he's been able to participate in.
Oh, we got one truck that was in the wall. And these guys are running about 4 wide here in the back. Heading down here into turns 3 and 4. They were 4 wide. They're now just back down to 3 wide. And this is Kyle Hess, Jonathan Stidham, and Roth, I believe, all back here running 3 wide, finally getting themselves sorted out, running 2 wide. As we jump back up here to our race lead, Blair Holloman now working that inside lane of Steven Luttrell, looking to retake that top spot as they will run side by side through turns 3 and 4. Holloman quickly overtaking Luttrell there for the top spot, reclaiming his spot on top of the leaderboard.
Somebody kind of sneaking into the picture, and I know I'm a little biased, but Alex Tuff, my brother, got somebody spinning.
Oh, Truth Hoken at number 55 is around.
Just getting ready to say he's been a really big mover. Started in 18th, about up to 5th or so now. Not sure who Truth got involved with back here. He's at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it was the that 707 machine. And it,
707, Chris. Yep.
yep, and it sounds like that was Truth possibly getting loose out of turn number 2. Let's go back, take a look. Right there.
Apron.
Man, look at that number 57 machine of Aaron Roth barely touching him. I that was like a bare touch or almost a touch, but just an absolutely phenomenal way to stay off of Truth Hook there.
Kind of a surprising spin. He had it collected after he touched the apron, and then all of a sudden again.
Woo! Yeah, that was crazy. Really, really good heads up driving there by Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine.
I don't think this is going to put us in any kind of fuel window. 64. If we were closer to maybe like 64 to go. I think this is a little too far to stretch it. I was thinking if you came down now, maybe you could one stop it from here, but with as full throttle as this place is, there's really not a lot of opportunity for saving gas. You can a little bit in the draft, but I think this is just a little far out of reach. If the caution came out a couple laps later, I think you'd have a pretty good shot at it. But who knows? Maybe we'll get another one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, Andrew, because man, these guys, they know how to race hard and keep it clean. So it's always a little surprising when we do have a caution. So it's definitely gonna be very interesting, something to watch here in the next few laps when we go back green flag racing.
Yeah, every single yellow, I'm always seeing if there's some kind of window I can jump into fuel wise, because this league is known for its green flag racing. Had tons of races that have gone completely cautionless, so you've always got to keep that in the back of your head as a possibility. So Blair's already got 4 wins on the season. That is 12 bonus points next week when we start the chase. I'm sure he'd love to have another 3. But a lot of these guys would love to prevent him from getting those 3 and take those 3 points themselves. So yeah, this is just going to be crazy with so much on the line. There's some guys that are pretty secure on points, like Aaron Roth and Truth Hoke. They could have a pretty tough race today and still be okay points wise. But it would still be nice to have a win to be locked in.
Yeah. And that guy that we've been wanting to watch, that number 99 of Philip Archibald, he's currently back in that 22nd spot. He hasn't really been able to get his truck towards the front. So maybe this whole new package might be a big struggle for Philip, as we're still waiting to see what he can do here tonight.
Yeah, and a little bit early on certainly doesn't take you out of a race like this with everybody so close together. Back going again already.
Absolutely. All right. Holloman Luttrell once again bringing us back to the green flag. But this time it's going to be all in the hands of Holloman as he's getting one heck of a push from Steve Sizemore in that 08. He was almost able to clear Luttrell as well, but not able to do anything with it. And as you said right before that caution came out, that number 43 of Alex Teft, he's made his way up into the top 4 now as they dive down here into turn number 3 and 4. So, Teft, he's looking to make some noise here in the trucks once again, as I believe he won just a couple, 2 races ago before that holiday break. So, Definitely good to see Alex back up front here, contending for a race win. Oh, we got trouble in the back. Mikey Allen and that number 42 of Jonathan Stidham facing the back, facing the wrong way in turns 1 and 2.
Wow, this feels like deja vu. I wonder if we're going to see the same thing. The way the cars wound up against the wall together. Stidham had to tow back to pit road, so that'll cost him a couple minutes.
It's definitely very unfortunate there for Jonathan Stidham.
Same exact thing. Holy cow.
Yep.
Almost got a couple other guys. It's so easy to do that.
Yeah, just bouncing off the wall, and especially being that guy on the outside. It's definitely a very unfortunate feeling when you bounce off the wall and you just have absolutely nowhere to go. Oh, man.
Turn 4 usually gets me more here than turn 1, but it's hard to say these walls sneak up on you because they don't move, but it feels like they do.
Yeah, definitely. It's very awkward seeing some of these drivers getting into the wall on entry to turn number 1. Like, I know you want to arc yourself into turn 1 to get that really good speed down the back straightaway, but I feel like they're probably just arcing just a little bit too much and really not being able to see out in front of you. That might be a problem that some of these drivers are having.
It feels like you've got more of an opportunity to open up the wheel there. And when you do, it's like the truck just flops over and stops turning as much, and it'll surprise you. Got some takers on pit road here. They might be thinking about the window we were just talking about before this yellow.
It looks like actually quite a few of our top drivers are coming down. Stephen Luttrell, Brandon Sanfilippo, Wayne Scott, Chavez, Thomas, Sailors, Alex Tefty's down here, Cliff Adams, Eisberg, Archibald, Godsell. So quite a few good drivers, taking advantage of this, topping off on some fuel.
Yeah, this does open them up for a one stop. Looks like we'll have about 61 or 62 to go when we get back to green. So could easily just split that in half, and might be asking for a lot for it to stay green tonight, though, with all these trucks as close as they are together. But it doesn't have to stay green for that to pay off either. Now these guys can stay out, knowing that they just need, one more stop at one point.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. And Kensley Smith, he is now just about 4 laps down. So Kensley Smith is definitely benefiting from all these cautions. So he just needs about 4 or 5 more cautions again before he gets back on the lead lap.
I see him down to 3, believe it or not. So he's already got half of his
3?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he just needs 3 more cautions.
Not out of the question.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to have Sizemore trying to take the race lead from Holloman here on this restart. And behind them is going to be Millett and Dunaway.
Not sure if the 42's made it back on track. It could wind up that 42 and Kensley are on the same lap where they're battling for a lucky dog. Looks like he's just coming off pit road now, so I believe he's going to be 2 down and Kensley will be 3 down.
Yeah, that's definitely something that we're going to have to keep our eyes on here. As the pace truck is getting ready to make that hard left back down onto pit road. Again, Sizemore Holloman will bring him into the restart zone. And we are green flag racing once again here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Holloman out to a really decent jump there And Patrick Millett, he is running side by side now with Sizemore as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Millett, he will get cleared, and here comes Alan Wild in that number 33. Again, Wild is running to try to get into the chase here at Las Vegas. So if he can hold up, up here in the top 5, he very well could solidify his run here for the championship in the final handful of races. But as of right now, it's all in the hands of Blair Holloman, who has been absolutely wicked fast all season long. Stephen Luttrell, he's back up into that 9th spot so far. And it looks like he's trying to bring Mike Fudge and Truth Hoke with him as well. So definitely keep your eyes out on Truth Hoke and Stephen Luttrell as they make their way back towards the front of this field. And Alex Teft as well back in that 12th spot. That 08 machine of Steve Sizemore, he's trying to use that whole entire outside, as we saw Millett there just bounce off the outside wall in turn number 4. That's going to open up the door for Sizemore in that number 08 machine to get a run to his outside. Not able to do it, but he's going to do a crossover, go down into the inside of Millett, and he's going to try to make the pass on the inside. And here comes Barry Nelson as well in that Levi Garrett number 28 machine. Barry Nelson is one that we haven't really talked about yet this evening, but here he is up here fighting it out for that 2nd spot at the moment with Millett and Sizemore.
He had that really great save on lap 1. Come all the way back up to 4th.
Yeah, absolutely, as he gets way loose and goes back all the way down onto the apron.
Wonder if something happened with his equipment. It seems kind of strange.
Yeah, he's slowed up, and he's going to stay out here, but I can't tell if he's under power or not.
It's on the radio, but I couldn't make it out. Some kind of technical problem.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate there for the number 28 of Barry Nelson. He was just up here fighting for that 2nd spot, and then just has some sort of issue out of or coming down the front straightaway. So very unfortunate there. But we're taking a look back here to that number 39 of Jordan Sailors, as he is trying to make his way back up towards the front. He's currently fighting to the outside there of Cliff Adams in that number 80 machine. But now he's going to go onto the inside of Hess here. And looking onto the inside of that 80 machine, they are 3 wide on the exit of turn number 4. Still side by side, heading down into turn number 1. It's going to be that number 39 Sailors, Adams, and Kyle Hess back there for that 9th spot. They touch on the inside. Adams goes up the track just a little bit. And they're going to touch again with that number 23 behind them. He barely.
Tight racing.
Woo. Really good tight racing back here. I thought that 92 of Eisburn was thinking about making it 4 wide there for a quick second, heading down into turn number 1. Really good, strong racing going on back here in the back. With just about Frank Chavez in that number 23 machine, as he's trying to hold off Brandon Sanfilippo, Eisburn, and Wayne Scott. So he's got some really good fast drivers behind him, and he's really going to have to flex his muscles here to keep those guys behind.
A lot of comers and goers this race. We got Truth Hook back up to 3rd also. He just had some trouble.
Yeah, as brother Alex, he's taking it 3 wide for that third spot now on Millet and Hoke. So he's looking to take it up into that third spot, which he will almost clear the 18, but he will be side by side here for that third spot now. Truth Hoke, he's looking to get around Millet as well to take over that fourth spot. And out of turn number 2, Alex Teft, he will take over the third spot for sure. Millet and Hoke, they will have to drag it out down the back straightaway. Alex Teft is absolutely... Oh, we got trouble! The 36 of Stephen Luttrell around back up into... I think that was Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine.
Yeah, I believe so. Looked like somebody got a piece of the outside wall and might have come back down.
That's what it looked like to me. But that 57 of Aaron Roth just might be broken as he's having a hard time getting off the outside wall. As we take a look here, who's going to be the victim is that 23 machine, it looked like. As that 36 tried to lift to go up into the air, but just absolutely nowhere for that 57 machine to go. So he's going to have to come down pit road and get repairs on that machine.
I just want a mushroom slice.
Alright, so we're about halfway through this race now. I'm wondering what people are going to do here on pit road. Sizemore's having such a great run. It's too bad he didn't make more races during the regular season where he could win and get in, but really great run for him.
Yeah.
He's one of our Friday Series regulars.
And here comes the entire field down pit road. And I just realized we didn't talk about our race today. We are going for 105 laps. We got 5 sets of tires, 65% fuel, 1 fast repair, and 3 Green-White-Checkered attempts in our arsenal.
I keep watching this lap battle with Kensley and Stidham. It looks like they might get a wave around. It'd be amazing if he got all the way back to the lead lap.
And so it looks like Kensley, he's going to stay out here and possibly get the wave around.
Yeah, Stidham is only 1 down, and Kensley will be 2, I believe. Yeah, Blair's been making it look pretty easy out front here. Didn't expect the top to work so well. He's been kind of running a Pied Piper line up there like Dale Jr.
Yeah, definitely. It's been very fun to watch those guys right up against that outside wall for it to work as well as it has been. So these guys definitely putting on a really good show here. Jumping back here to chat here real quick. Little Toasted Cupcake says, "Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Great job, Roth. 57 fan." So another Aaron Roth fan out here. Sophia says, "Let's go Holloman." So we got a Blair Holloman fan out here as well. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hope you guys are enjoying the race just as much as we are.
Glad you mentioned that. I get so into the race that I forget to look.
See, normally I have Dakota doing that to me, and so now it's just a habit for me. But we're getting ready to go back green flag racing right here at Las Vegas. San Felipe Chavez brings him back to the green flag, and that 23 has a big issue on that outside, and he will fall from second all the way back to right about that 18th spot.
I don't know if he was in the wrong gear or spun his tires, but yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate there, as we go ahead and jump back up here to our battle for the race lead. Blair Holloman, he is out front, followed by Alex.
Some trouble.
Oh, one car hard into the outside wall. Kirby Wainscott hit the wall head on.
Can't even get the words out. I just go, ooh! Yeah, that looked like a pretty rough impact. Right rear, straight in the wall. Timothy.
Definitely a very, very hard hit there, and I think this is going to benefit Stidham and get him back onto the lead lap here.
Yeah, Kirby and Timothy are like magnets. Been together quite a bit this season. But it doesn't boil over at some point, but wouldn't be surprised. They just cannot stay away from each other.
Yeah. Well, listening on the radio, it sounds like it's probably just about getting there.
Kirby's had a lot of ups and downs this race. Kind of up front early and went a lap down and kind of hanging out. He's got to come back again. Hopefully he's got a fast repair. I believe Jonathan Stidham should get his lucky dog, so he'll be back on the lead lap, and Kensley should still be 2 down, but he'll be the next person eligible for a lucky dog if nobody goes a lap down during this yellow because of that accident.
So that will put Stidham back on the lead lap, and that will keep Kensley 2 laps down, I believe.
If I had time, I would put a poll up. I'm curious if people think he can get all his laps back. He was 6 down at the worst. I don't know what the record is for that. I don't think I could find that out with our statistics, but definitely impressive. I've got that Alex guy up here in the 43 up in second now. Getting ever closer to the front. As far as wins go this season, we've got Blair, who has 4, and then I believe there's 4 other guys that have a single win. So if somebody like Alex, who has one of those single wins, was able to pull it off tonight, suddenly he'd probably be, second seed going into the chase with those extra 3 points over the other guys that just have 1 win or no wins.
Yeah, definitely definitely a lot of things that we need to be watching here, as the playoffs get ready to go on. And, talking about the playoffs, what race are you looking forward to most?
Really, Five Flags stood out to me when we brought up the schedule graphic. I hadn't paid a lot of attention to what was coming up, but that's always an exciting race. One that everybody looks forward to. We just wrapped up a snowball derby event there not too long ago. It's probably about a month ago now, but it kind of feels like yesterday with all the holidays happening. But getting ready to get back going here.
Absolutely. Alex Teft, Blair Holloman on your front row here. Pace truck's going to lead the field out of turn number 2. Yank it down onto the pit road. And into the restart zone, and we are green flag racing once again here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I was about to say Five Flags. Blair Holloman getting out into that really decent early lead, and here comes Steve Sizemore now working on the inside of Alex Teft as they will exit turn number 2. But here comes Millet. He's going to take it 3 wide for that second spot as they get ready to dive down into turn number 3. Millet really wanting to get himself up into that second spot. He will clear Sizemore, but not able to clear Alex Teft on the exit of turn number 4. But he's still not giving up just yet as they are continuing to run side by side down the front straightaway. Sizemore almost gets into the back end of Alex Teft there, but now they will continue to run side by side, and here comes Sean Dunaway up in that Hello Kitty machine. He's looking onto the inside of Sizemore now, looking to take over that 4th spot, and right behind him, they're going 3 wide here once again on the exit of turn number 4. A lot of truck movement here on the front straightaway, heading back down into turn number 3. Here comes Sean Dunaway looking to overtake that 3rd spot from Millet. Sizemore still up high, losing spots. Truth Hoke makes his way up into the top 6, along with Jordan Sailors in that number 39 machine, as they continue to try to duke it out here on the front straightaway now. But here comes Millet trying to take over that 3rd spot away from Sean Dunaway. Back into turn number 1, still side by side for 3rd place on back. A Truth Oak bobbled down over in turns 1 and 2, almost got up into Sailors. Sailors had to make a big move to keep it off of Hoke, but no harm, no foul. But as Sailors, he will go ahead and be able to get inch in front of Hoke here on the turn number 4. He will take over that spot for the 6th spot. And now here comes Barry Nelson. He's making it go 3 wide. He's trying to move himself up into the top 10.
Really great save by the 80 there on the apron on the front stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely really good racing. Really good saves by a lot of these drivers here tonight. And there's so much going on, I don't know who to pay attention to anymore, as we have racing going on all over this speedway.
Yeah, if you told me this was New Atlanta, I might believe you for a second until I noticed the color of the walls and stuff. It's been incredible.
Yeah, definitely Sean Dunaway. He's trying to hold off Sailors now for that 4th spot. But right now, Sailor has that better exit. And now here comes Sizemore looking back on the inside of Dunaway. And here comes Truth Hoke in that number 55. He's starting to make his way back towards the top 5. But as of right now, it's going to be Sizemore in his way, as these drivers continue to run all over this speedway. Kyle Hess way up top. Great battles here for this top 10. I am absolutely enjoying this. I got to keep remember to reading it out as I see it, because the racing is just so intense. It's making me lose focus.
Kirby's had a nice recovery so far, back up to 13th.
Yeah. And I just want to point out that number 39 of Jordan Sailors, about 3 cautions ago, I believe he was facing the wrong way on the outside wall. But here he is, back up here in the top 4, so what a really good day here for Jordan Sailors to get it turned around, as he's trying to get to the back bumper of Millet for that 3rd spot. A couple drivers bounce off the outside wall there on the exit of turn number 2, but no harm, no foul, as they will all be able to keep their noses clean.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, big time. And it looks like our top 5 or 6 have pretty much gotten themselves straightened out. But as I say that, here comes Millet making a run on Alex Teff now for that 2nd spot. He may clear him on the exit of turn number 4, so that's what we're going to be looking for here. But here comes that 39 of Jordan Sailors. He wants to be part of the talk about up here in the 2nd spot, as well as they almost touch on the exit of turn 4. Sean Dunaway, he's got a really good spot for this battle up here, because he knows as soon as one of these drivers slip, he's going to jump on it and try to get himself further up front. But as of right now, Blair Holloman, he's doing a fantastic job in that number 32 machine, keeping himself out front as these drivers continue to run side by side.
Sean Dunaway is another person looking for his first win this season. Actually, pretty regular winner, especially in Xfinity on Wednesdays. Wouldn't be surprised to see him work his way up there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's definitely got a machine that could take home the win today. But he's got to try to get it figured out and how to get around Blair Holloman. I mean, I guess that's what all these drivers have to do, because Holloman, he's just been absolutely wicked fast all day today.
Entering the point now where if you pitted, you could make it to the end on fuel. But with the way the yellows have been falling, I don't expect anybody to come very early.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting to see, as I just saw a message saying that Kesley Smith, he's going to bring his machine down pit road.
And I think he had to take a wave around. At least he can make it to the end now, which is nice. Sometimes you take a wave around, run out, and you can't. Still got a shot at it.
Yeah, definitely not out of it just yet, as Sean Dunaway and Sailors run nice and tight there in turns 3 and 4. And as right now, it's going to give it all to Sailors on the entry to turn number 1.
Got Kirby sneaking back into the top 8 or so here. Sometimes an angry Kirby is a fast Kirby. We're seeing that.
I know that all too well. Depending on the track, if I get upset enough, I become a really fast driver. But man, look at Dunaway trying hard to get around that 39 of Sailors, but he's just having such a hard time getting clear. And that's just allowing Alex Teff, Patrick Millet, and Blair Holloman to pull away from your 4th on back here. As we see right behind them, Kirby Waitscott, he will go ahead and clear everybody that's behind him. And now he's going to start making his way to this to these 4 drivers here on the exit of turn number 2. And Alex Teft, he taking that 2nd spot from Patrick Millet for the moment. But we're going to stay right here on Sailors and Dunaway for this 4th spot. Really good racing here for these drivers right here. No one's really making much moves, but as I say that, here comes that 80 of Cliff Adams. He's not afraid to stick it 3 wide.
Just when you think somebody's out of this thing, they're right back up there. This has been crazy.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
been ping-ponged around all over the place, and here he is, back in the top 4.
Yeah, definitely.
Fighting for the top 4, at least.
Yeah, Adams definitely have been having a up and down day here at Las Vegas, but you know what I've learned quick about Cliff Adams is he has a mantra of if it fits, I go. You give him the room, he's going to take it. As you see him take it 3 wide here once again on the exit. Turn 2 contact.
Oh, no. I think he might keep
the
it straight.
0-8 maybe was the only one who made contact with that inside wall.
Doesn't look like we're going to get a yellow for this because everybody was able to keep going.
Yeah, I don't think... I'm
not sure who we got into there. It's kind of toward the back of the shot.
Steve Sizemore he got into. So Steve Sizemore, he's got a lot of damage now to his machine. But yeah, so that 80 machine did not make contact with that inside wall, so he's still got a pretty clean car.
See, John Stidham is on pit road also.
Yep. As we ride on board here with Steve Sizemore in that 0-8 machine here on the front straightaway, you see that front fender flopping around in the air.
I was wondering what that was. I don't think I've ever seen that in my truck.
Well, I mean...
Oh, yeah, it's kind of peeled away. Interesting.
Yep. There's a little bit better view right there of it.
I just don't have my graphics high enough or something, but it's pretty neat.
Yeah, iRacing's definitely come a very long way in their damaged model, you know, and it's absolutely phenomenal to start seeing things like this happen. And like I know, like on some of the older Cup cars, you hit the wall, that hood will fly up, and you know, at some point it could fly off if you're not careful, and that's always really cool to see. But we're turning our attention back to Kirby Wainscott and Sean Dunaway and company. You know, Wainscott, he was able to get around Dunaway and Sailors.
Holy cow. We looked away for 2 seconds. He's up to 4th. He is flying.
Yeah, but remember what I said about Wainscott, you know, give it to about lap 100. He'll be up here duking it out for the race lead, and we're just about 13 laps from lap 100. So, I mean, time is starting to tick away, but we've got some takers down on pit road. Patrick Millett, Jordan Sailors, Truth Hope, Steve Sizemore, they're all coming down pit road for what should be the final time here today at Las Vegas. Sean Dunaway, he's slowing his machine down to come down pit road, and Philip Archibald, he's coming down as well. Kyle Hess, he's coming down pit road here.
As though the 43's coming in. I believe he just probably wanted to lead a lap there and get that bonus point.
Yeah, every point matters at this point in the season, no pun intended. But, you know, any point you can get is any point that we will happily take.
Thinking Kirby now that he's been bitten earlier by that yellow, maybe he just goes as far as he can.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting to see as we hear that Chris Gottsel in that 707 machine, he's going to be coming down pit road this time. But we're taking a look here at Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine, who's sitting right behind Cliff Adams in that 80 machine. You know, both of these drivers has had their ups and downs, and I just got word that Kensley Smith, he has loaded his number 15 machine up onto the trailer.
Ah, dang. Valiant effort. A lot of guys were just hanging up, but made up a lot of ground.
Yeah. Really, really good try there for him, as you see a couple of our race leaders here getting on lapping by that 28 of Nelson, who's absolutely just flying on those fresh tires.
Kirby's pulled out to probably the largest gap we've seen all day, about 1.5 seconds, almost 2 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see Aaron Roth getting ready to get eaten alive by 3 trucks right here, including Holloman. So that just right there shows you, you know, the difference that fresh tires can do for you.
Looks like Kirby's finally coming in this time. And the 57.
Yeah, definitely a good time to come down pit road, and
That was pretty close with the 18 there.
yeah. All right, Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine. I think he already came down pit road back on lap 79. Oh, so Nelson, he may be able to get a good top 5 finish here, as we see Holloman taking over the top spot now from Barry Nelson. As Wayne Scott, he's now coming out of pit road, and he's going to fall in probably just about that 10th or 11th spot, most likely. Steve Sizemore in that number 08 machine, he has loaded his car up onto the trailer as well.
I think Blair was one of the earliest pitters of our leaders, and kind of looking at where Alex is, I know he came in a little bit later. Looks like he's made up quite a bit of ground during those few laps.
You know, time starting to tick away, and Sailors in that number 39 having a phenomenal comeback night. Patrick Millett, he's having a good night as well, staying up here in the top 3. And Troy Thomas in that number 88 machine, he's making noise up here in the top 5 now. But just what an incredible day so far here for Blair Holloman in that number 32 machine. He's just, man, he's kicking butt, taking numbers, and not even waiting as he comes out of turn number 4. And we're going to have 10 laps to go this time by.
It flies when you're having fun, Mike.
I know, I can't believe it's already it's already almost over.
Here, Ben Luttrell in the 36 begging for a yellow on the radio. I'm sure a lot of guys would love that. Bunch of field backup. Yeah. We'd love it too. It'd be really fun. But yeah, Blair's out to an impressive lead here. Really had a dominating season.
Yeah, he's got just about a 1.5 second gap back to Patrick Millett in that number 18. You know, Patrick, again, you know, he's having a one hell of a ride here in that number 18 machine. You know, he's kept his nose clean all race, and, you know, he's just been the top 3 for majority of the day.
So Kyle Hess been having a bunch of equipment issues this season, but he's got a new wheelbase, and looks like it's working out well for him. Pushing his way to the top 5. Haven't talked about him much today.
Yeah, we really haven't talked about him much at all. You know, he's having a really good run there, sitting in that 6th spot. But I want to point out somebody who's been sneaking his way back up towards the top 3, and that's going to be Alex Teft in that number 43. He kind of dissipated on us there for just a little bit, but here he is now knocking on the back bumper of Jordan Sailors in that number 39 machine.
Yeah, it's not looking like they'll have enough time to run him down unless something crazy happens. But we did end this with a Green-White-Checkered in the preseason race. I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah, for sure. As we're taking a look here at Troy Thomas in that number 88 machine, I believe. Yeah, he's trying to hold off Barry Nelson in that number 28. And Philip Archibald in that number 99 as well. Archibald, he will take the spot there from Nelson on the exit of turn number 2. And here he comes to try to take it away from Troy to move up into that 7th spot now on the exit of turn number 4.
Alex has knocked about a second of time off, but there's just not enough laps. It seems like, barring some huge mistake from Blair.
Yeah. But here comes Alex Teft now. He's looking to overtake for that 2nd spot. Not able to get a good run yet as we continue to watch this battle back here for right about that 7th or 8th spot. Starting with Truth Hope, Frank Chavez, Troy Thomas, and Barry Nelson back there. On that 23, almost got up into Truth Hope there in the middle of 1 and 2. All right, that's going to move Alex Teft up into the 2nd spot. And he is now 2 seconds back from Blair Holloman. Stephen Luttrell in that number 36, still praying for that caution.
He's been throwing water bottles out for 10 laps, hoping for debris yellow. I don't think he's going to get one today, but we still got some tight battles out there, so you never know. It would have to happen quickly, because we're going to get the white flag here shortly.
Yeah, I believe we got 2 laps to go this time, if I'm not mistaken. So that number 32, Blair Holloman, he should see the white flag this time by. And time is running out for Patrick Millett to see if he can get back to the inside of Alex Teft. But with Timothy Eisburn getting in the way here on those fresh tires, that might not happen.
Alex has taken another second off. I'm kind of surprised, but he just needed a few more laps, or maybe not to stay out as long before that last pit stop.
Definitely. But ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 32 machine enters turn number 3 here for the final time on the exit of turn number 4. Your race winner is going to be Blair Holloman, driver of that number 32 Chevrolet. And back behind him is going to be Alex Teft, and Patrick Millett will bring the field to the checkered flag. Sean Dunaway will bring it home 4th, Kyle Hess 5th. So really good racing up front, and man, what a good drive there at the end for Alex Teft to come up 16 spots. So it's going to be very interesting to see.
Some congratulatory bumps out there.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Just a wee bit.
A lot of respect out there. Blair's a really great driver. He's got a ton of wins with us and gearing up for a run for that 3rd championship.
Oh, yeah. But all around, really good racing. Big congratulations to Blair Holloman, driver of that Holloman Napa Auto Parts number 32 Chevy Silverado. Burning it down right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
While you're working on that, Mike, I'm going to plug in some points here and figure out who made the chase.
You could go ahead and do that. And before we talk to our top three, let's go ahead and take a look at our final results. Because I am a guy, if I don't do it right after the race, I'll forget to do it later. But your race winner is going to be that number 32 of Blair Holloman. Alex Tefton, that number 43, will bring it home second. Patrick Millett will bring it home third. Sean Dunaway, Kyle Hess will round out your top five. Jordan Sailors, Philip Archibald had a really good drive, coming up home seventh. Frank Chavez, Truth Oak, Alan Wild will round out your top 10. Coming home 11th is going to be Barry Nelson, Troy Thomas, Cliff Adams, Aaron Roth, Jonathan Stidham will be your top 15. Chris Gotzel, Kirby Wainscott, Stephen Luttrell, Mike Fudge, Brandon Sanfilippo will be your top 20. 21st, it's going to be Mikey Allen, Timothy Eisburn, 22nd. 23rd will go to Steve Sizemore, and 24th and go to that number 15 of Kensley Smith. After having some electrical issues today, which caused him to load it up a little bit early here today. So very unfortunate for him. But let's go ahead and let's go see who we've got to talk with here today. Alrighty, we see our third place driver of Patrick Millett. Let's go ahead and bring him up. Patrick, this is Mike and Andrew up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hold on, Mike.
Patrick, what a wonderful run for you today. You started back in that sixth spot, finished third. Tell us about that truck today, and what was it like racing hard there with Alex Teft for that second spot?
Yeah, man, it was fun. Alex and I have raced together a couple times when he's jumped in and ran and stuff, and it's always been fun. And same thing with Blair. Just wasn't as fast as those guys. I need from 20 to 30 from the lap 20 to 30. That's probably just as good as them, maybe a little bit faster, but I don't know. But Blair's really, really good. So, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun. There's a lot of different lines you could run, and it kept it interesting.
So with you getting the top three here, I believe you made it into the playoffs. Andrew is double checking all that now, and
Sure.
what's your thought process between now and the end of the season?
Got to try to win one. Finish in top 5, top 10. I feel like I've been this whole season in the trucks that it's just not going to work here. So got to try to steal a win somehow. So we'll see how it goes. But Blair will be pretty tough to beat.
Yeah, definitely. Andrew, do you have any questions for Patrick?
No, I think you hit everything. I just wanted to say congratulations. Great season. Glad to see you made the chase. And looks like you're entering in 5th place, tied with my brother Alex, with 2009 points, about 18 points out. So, yeah. What do you think you can do to pull off a win and beat Blair one of these last few races? We've got 5 Flags, Phoenix, Texas, and Chicagoland coming up, which will probably be a lot like tonight was.
If I can get to Phoenix, I feel pretty good. I'm really good there, but other tracks I don't really have a lot of experience on them, so I'll have to get into the practice modes here and try to get something better for the long run. I'm usually good wherever I go on the long run if I can figure it out a little bit. So, yeah, it was fun, man. Your brother's not as good as you, but he's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, but
All right.
All right, I'm gonna pass it back to you so you can give your shout outs.
Just shout out to my son, my wife. They always watch and stuff, so supporting the page and hopefully get this series growing some more. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Driver that number 18 Chevy Silverado, it's going to be Patrick Millett. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring up Alex Teft, driver of that number 43 machine. Alex, this is Mike and Andrew up in the booth. Got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Alex, what a run for you. You came all the way back from 18th up to second. And the final 3 laps, you were 2 seconds back from Blair, and you were slowly catching. How fast was that number 43 Racers Elite machine, and how many more laps do you think it would have taken for you to catch Blair?
Definitely needed a longer run at the end there. Maybe if I had another, I don't know, 10 laps or so, I probably could have got him. But he just had a really, really good final pit cycle. I didn't really want to short pit him because last thing I want to do is give Blair a tire advantage. So I was hoping that I could just have a really clean cycle and not have, too much of a gap when I came back out, but obviously that was the case. I really considered taking 2, just running the fuel out and taking 2 there, but I was a bit nervous that the tires would fall off a little too soon, but it's hard to say because I guess 39 truck, he took 2, and he seemed to be holding on all right for a while, and he had pit a few laps before I did, so who's to say, but just mainly just tried to be a bottom feeder throughout the whole race. I was letting off right as I would enter the corner, and I would get right back on it, and it would seem to really help plant on the bottom, and I was able to grab the white line pretty good, and then last 10 or 12 laps or so, I had enough tire where I could move up the track and make moves on people. But good race overall.
Yeah, definitely really good race. Starting the playoffs next week, you're going to be tied with Patrick for that 5th spot. What's it going to take for you to bring home the championship at the end of the season for that number 43 team?
Got to win, essentially. It's a lot of good people at the top of the standings, especially, Blair. So, and he's going to be probably top 3 every race. So it's, just got to get first and get as many bonus points as I can. And just try to keep the truck as clean as possible.
Alrighty. Andrew, do you have any questions for brother Alex?
Yeah, we just wrapped up chatting with Patrick Millett, and he was complimenting you. He said you're a good driver, but not quite as good as me. So how does that change how you're going to race him in the upcoming chase?
Probably going to get dumped at least one race. Because that's just unacceptable. Will not tolerate that kind of attitude in this league. So there must be consequences.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to pass it back to you for your shout outs. Good run.
Oh, thanks. Thank you guys in the booth. And putting the show on the old Races Elite Network. And thank Leave Yourself Races Elite. Thank Kensley and KS Designs for rocking the old Home Depot Tony Stewart themed paint scheme every week. And then thank my friends and viewers that watch all the time, and my wife.
All right, well, congratulations again, Alex, on your 2nd place here at Las Vegas. We'll see you next week, and good luck in the chase.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, driver that number 43, Racers Elite Toyota. It's going to be Alex Teft. And let's once again bring up the gambler, Blair Holloman, driver that number 32 machine. Blair, Mike, and Andrew up in the booth. Got a copy.
I got you guys. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. We're coming back from the holiday break, and nothing's changed. You're still up top of the leaderboard here and back in victory lane. How fast was that number 32 machine? And were you worried about Alex there at the end? Because he was starting to close in on you.
Yeah, the 32 truck tonight was pretty quick. Thankfully, I qualified up front. I feel like if I qualified in the middle or toward the back, I probably wouldn't have had a very fast truck. Clean air was really important this evening. I learned early that trying to run the top side wasn't going to play out. I know they did that aero model refresh, And the big takeaway from that is this truck doesn't act like it did before, especially around other trucks, which is interesting to say the least. Uh, Anytime I saw it with Alex chasing me down at technically both runs there, the second and final run. Anytime I'm around a Teft, it don't matter if it's Andrew up here or Alex over there. I gotta run because they know how to get around me. It's a chess match, and if they strike first, I'm usually done. They usually get the checkmate on it. So I'm just glad I was able to stay ahead during that pit cycle, get the lead to grow, because if we were close coming off of pit road, I don't think I would have actually been able to hold off Alex for 20 laps.
And I got just a couple more questions for you. With the win here, obviously you're on top of the points heading here into the playoffs. What's it going to take for you to make sure you secure that championship once again here with Racers Elite?
The big deal with the chase is just being smart. You don't want to take very big unnecessary risks. That was kind of the big thing that I try to make sure I raced every race this season, because the last few seasons I've missed at least one or two races, and that was pretty much the difference, really. But like, we're going to a short track next, and the big thing here is hopefully this season I really didn't make anybody too awful mad, so I can kind of rest a little easy that I won't end off the front bumper of somebody's truck. But it's just be conservative, think big picture. Like, we got 4 races, so 2 of the 4 races you definitely want to think points more than anything. 5 flags if I got to take a 5th place finish or a 10th place finish and just get the points and get out of there with a truck that's running, then it's something that you definitely got to do. When it gets down to these 4 race chases, it's what can you do to maximize the points? Do you want to take the risks, or do you want to collect the points that's on the table? And I would like to get what's on the table first before we get to tracks that's more open and more race friendly, so to say. Because when you're at a short track, you're either finding a way to make the outside work, or you're playing the caution game when it gets to restarts, because that's your best chance to try to get by the guy that is actually faster than you. So it's going to be interesting to see. There's a lot of little games you got to play to make it work.
Yeah, for sure. And my final question for you, Blair: who is the better Teft out on track? Is it going to be Andrew or is it Alex?
Man, now that's a good one, because most of my battles have been in the series so far have been with Andrew, and the dude's beat me to the championship a couple times straight up. So I've been beaten fair and square by him a couple times. But when I do race Alex, and when he's not getting uh, the unfortunate circumstances of getting ran over by somebody, when he's up front and actually battling, he's pretty tough. I still gotta give the edge to Andrew, but Alex, I'd put him right up there. He got 1A and 1B. I can't just be like, he's better straight up. No, they're on even circumstances. They're both as dangerous as each other.
Definitely really good answer for that one. Andrew, any last questions for Blair?
Just want to say congratulations on the regular season championship. You've got yourself a nice buffer going into first week here. About 16 points, it looks like. I was looking at your stats for the final 4 tracks here, and you've got wins, I think, everywhere except Phoenix. So maybe you can check that box during this chase. And yeah, I just want to wish you luck. If you're able to pull this off, you'll have 3 and I'll have 3. So I guess I'll have to come back next season. We can duel it out again.
I definitely would like to race you a couple more times if we get a chance to.
So it's always a pleasure. Thank you for the kind words. But yeah,
Right.
let's pass it back to you for your shoutouts.
Yeah, and I see the pickup truck tonight. Trading Paints was down yesterday, and I didn't touch it today, thinking I was still having problems. So I ran the truck that I run in my Monday night league. So still same sponsors on it. Hallman Napa Auto Parts, my cousin Tad's business. For shoutouts, I want to give tip of the cap to Jordan. He made 2 tires work there at the end. I told him not to do it, and he went and did it. still got a nice top 10 finish. I can't be too mad at him for that. He made it work. Of course, my dad's watching. Want to give him a quick shout out. Hopefully, he was entertained with what was going on. There was some good racing throughout the field this evening. My friend Sophie's watching. I hope she was entertained by what she was hearing and what she saw on the screen there. But the big shout outs I want to give to you guys. The broadcast is awesome. I mean, when we're under caution is when I can kind of glance over at the other TV to see what's going on, and I'm looking at professional quality broadcasting. So like it's like I'm watching an actual race. So that's awesome. Of course, big shout out to both Tefs. I know Andrew puts on the league. Alex gets to race it because Andrew's up there with you guys in the booth. But it's a big deal. I know my brother can't race this evening. He did 12-hour shifts so far this week, and he's feeling it. So I hope Yost was happy to see his team get 2 top 10s and 1 truck get a win. Hopefully he'll be racing with us soon. It pains me not to be able to race with my older brother. He's the reason why I do this. But all in all, it's a good evening here. So just want to say thank you guys, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. We will be here. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Blair Holloman, driver of that number 32, Holloman, Napa Auto Parts, Chevy. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week, Blair.
Thank you, guys.
All around, Andrew, what a phenomenal night of racing. Really good racing. Normally we have a really good show here at Las Vegas, but let me tell you what, with this new package, that racing was just gotten a heck of a lot better. Really enjoyed it. What's your final thoughts before we close out today?
Just a dominating regular season by Blair. I'm really looking forward to getting back out there and giving the truck a feel in those different situations like he was talking about. iRacing's really good about updating things all the time and keeping things fresh and interesting. So always got to stay on your toes, but just interesting race all around. A lot of comers, a lot of goers. Ultimately, no surprise winners for the chase, and it should be a really fun battle. Blair's got a 16-point or 16 position buffer going into the chase, and all it takes is one accident, and those other guys are right back with you. So definitely not a done deal yet. Still got to go out there and earn it. These guys are tough.
I could not agree anymore. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next week, right here on the Racers Elite Network, we are going to Five Flag Speedway up in Pensacola, Florida. Right here on Racers Elite Network, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Five Flags, it's a tough, demanding track, and we're going to try to put just about 30 trucks on that track, so it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of good racing, a lot of side-by-side, a lot of, unfortunately, trucks going around next week. Who's going to come out on top? Well, we'll have to find out next week. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everybody here at Racers Elite, Andrew Teft, Christian Hill, of course, rocking out your beautiful, beautiful cams and views for today. Thank you both so much for joining us here on Racers Elite Network. And thank you to everybody out there. If you guys like what you see, head over to racerselite.com to get all the information on the upcoming races and special events we have. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike Taylor. Again, on behalf of Andrew Teft, Christian Hill, you guys have yourself a beautiful evening. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. And if it's not fun, you go and make it fun. Until next time, good time zones.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.